Why? Like, what's going on? Hi, people. Welcome back. If it's your first time, my name is Talia Adewale. This is DISBYDEM. Today, we're going to be talking about Business Proposal, which is a popular South Korean romantic comedy drama series based on a webtoon called The Official Blind Date. It aired in 2022. Honestly, I had this on my list. I put it on my wish list when it came out. And when I checked that it was 2022, I was like, how did 2 years pass and I did not watch this? Bonkers. It was crazy. I didn't think that much time had passed. Anyways, it became a global hit because of its charming leads, witty humor, and fast-paced story. This was also someone also recommended this to me. What was her name? Hold on, I took a snapshot of it. Shout out Eliana Corinne 7505. I know you recommended this 7 months ago, and I honestly, like I said, I wasn't really interested. But now that I don't have to react to it, I know you wanted a reaction, but sorry, it's gonna be a review. Since I didn't have to react to it, it was easy for me to pick it up and watch right now. So yeah, I do have like a blurb, covering storyline and the character analysis and all that stuff. And in between, I will chime in with, my thoughts during the moments of watching the series. So the series does center around workplace romance and misunderstandings and secrets, mixed with comedy, corporate intrigue, and heartfelt moments. I give them that. Definitely 100%. I'm not starting with the negative, guys. So I'll cover in-depth analysis of the plot, the characters, some of public reception, as well as some constructive criticism, because, yeah, let's call it that. The storyline is Shin Hari, who's played by Kim Se-jeong, an employee at a conglomerate who agrees to go on a blind date in the place of her friend Jin Young-so, who's played by Seol In-ah. To scare away potential suitors. So they've been doing this. It's not the first time that she's had to do it for her friend. Her friend's dad is trying to set her up. He treats her like an asset. Why? Like, what's going on? It's not like it wasn't even a difficult sentence. Jeez Louise. Okay. Her friend's dad, so young Seo's dad, treats young Seo like an asset. Obviously, he wants to marry her off to the most profitable family. So it's been a while where she would tag Harry to go on these blind dates, act crazy, do whatever just to scare the suitors away. The plan backfires though when she realizes that the man that she's on her current blind date with is the CEO, Kang Tae-moo, who's played by Hyo-seop. So this kind of leads to the whole comedy of errors, fake identities, and romantic entanglements. So the main premise, Harry ends up creating this fake persona only to get entangled in a contract relationship with Tae-moo. Although initially set up, so the contract was initially set up by Tae-moo to deter his grandfather from going through with this marriage idea for Tae-moo. So everybody's parents wants them to get married in this whole thing. The relationship takes an unexpected turn as they start to develop genuine feelings for each other. Now the secondary plot line, because there's two in this, and honestly it was my favorite plot line rather than the main one. Young Seon, Harry's friend, also has her own love story with Cha Hyun-sung, who's played by Kim Min-kyu. Him, I know from Exchange 3. He was one of the judges. He came earlier on in the episodes, I think episodes 4 to 7, and then came later on, I think episode 11 to 13 or something like that. Don't know why I remember that. I remember him because I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's like a baby. And there's also this other reality TV show I think he did, Love Me Actually, which is on my list. I actually have all the episodes, just haven't had time to watch it yet. I liked him. He is Tae-moo's secretary and friend. Honestly, they kind of act like brothers because they grew up together. So the love story between Sung-hoon and Young So adds a layer of warmth and friendship that balances out the show's main plotline. If I'm being honest, Young Seo and Sung-hoon, their love story was more entertaining to me and more interesting to me than the main people. And I will tell you why as we go. As we go. I know a lot of you like this show, but there was a lot lacking for me in this show. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it for a lot of reasons, but I also wasn't a fan of it for a lot of reasons. So the pacing and the humor. One of the strengths, definitely one of the strengths was in the pacing and the humor. More the humor than the pace. Because after episode 8, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? What story are you guys trying to tell? I'm very confused with what is going on, you know. But the humor was very good because they set it up. It's very comical. I think because it's based on a webtoon, they really did set it up like that. So it's kind of like what was the name of this other show? Love Next Door, something like that. It's a new one that just came out, where it's set up for you to laugh from the very beginning, and they do give us laughs throughout the thing. They give us laughs. I think Harry was hilarious in a lot of the things that she was doing. I really enjoyed watching her. That character made the show for me. She, Young Seo and Song Hoon, they made the whole show for me. I'm sorry, Temu. I really am. I really am. I'm sorry, but we'll get to you. Anyhow, the romantic tropes like fake relationships, workplace romance, and hidden identity also adds excitement for the rom-com because I'm like, they kept making it complicated. Like, it kept getting more and more complicated. I'm like, how are you guys going to crawl your way out of this web that you've woven for yourself? You know? So I guess that was the intrigue for the fake identities and that layer that they added to it. Let's go into the characters and performances. So, Shin Hari, who's played by Kim Se-jeong, fantastic. Her relatable protagonist struggling with her career while remaining loyal to her friend. Her character's transformation from a shy employee to someone who takes a stand for herself and for her happiness is endearing and very enjoyable to watch. Now, that added layer where she was falling in love with that chef idiot. Can't stand. In fact, when I first saw him, I was like, why? Harry, why? What is there? What are you latching on to right now? It don't make no sense. But I get it. They went to school together. You have a crush and then you remain in the vicinity of this crush for 7 years. It's bound to happen. I'm not questioning that. I just didn't see the appeal. So that extra layer for her, I think it was good. But I also like how they finalized that layer. It was seamless and perfect. It was chef's kiss, pun intended. The acting from Kim Se-jeong brings a lot of charm and warmth to the role. This girl makes you feel like you've known her for a lifetime. I'm not kidding. I literally said, I know her, and then I went and looked at her bio and I've never watched her in anything. That's how charismatic and, you know, that's how much she pulls you in. I really enjoyed watching her. She was very good. Now, the main guy, Kim Tae-moo, who's played by Hyo-seop. I really felt bad because the way I did not like this character, not the actor. I think the actor played the character well. Unfortunately, the character was written flat because not only was he whiny, he was immature. The flaunting of wealth was not necessarily well placed. You know, it's not like Ji-hyuk from Marry My Husband, where when he's flaunting his wealth, you know he's actually saving his woman or he's doing something to benefit his girl. And there's depth. There's depth to it, you know. This one is kind of like a petulant child showing you money. That's what the character was giving me. But here's the character analysis. Tae-moo initially comes off as a stereotypical cold CEO, a common trope in K-dramas. However, his character is given depth because that's what they were going for as the series progresses. The show they explore his loneliness and vulnerability, which add nuances to his character. I wouldn't really say, I think that's what they were trying to do. Now, the loneliness is because he lost his parents. Yes, I was like, okay, that's sad. But even when he was in the throes of like being sad and depressed about his parents not being there or his parents dying and everything, I didn't feel it. You guys know how I am about dead moms. And I was just like, okay. Like, he wasn't, the character was not giving what he was supposed to be giving. Now, for the acting, honestly, his transformation from the aloof business-minded to caring and romantic, he did that well because he does have this character growth. And in fact, I liked him more at the end when he was just, you know, chill and just hanging out with Harry than when he was in his business, you know, formal persona. I think though his portrayal it did feel somewhat stiff, especially when it came to the comedic scenes, and especially early on. He was definitely stiff and flat. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to be giving. And this is why in my review for King the Land, business proposal keeps coming up, because I feel like Guwon and Temu are supposed to be kind of like the same thing, because it's the same character. Let's just be honest, it's the same character. However, Guwon you root for more because he sells you that character a lot more. As soon as he gives it to you, you're like, yes, I'm rooting for you. What do you need me to do? Whose head is rolling? You know? But Temu, I'm just like, God, I don't know what to do with you. Like, seriously, get off my screen. Bring on Harry. She's the one that I want. And also, the chemistry between them was not chemistry. And I don't know if it's because I don't know. I'm not trying to hate on the actor, guys. I'm hating on the character itself. Maybe I should read the webtoon. Maybe if I read the webtoon comic, I will understand why he was played the way he was. Okay, I'll do that. And if there's like a addition, I'll come back with the additional review after reading the webtoons. If it makes a difference. If I see that the webtoon character was a lot better than this one, then it's all in the gutter after here. Anywho, Jin Young-soo was played by Sol In-ah, and I know her from somewhere, but I'm not too sure. I feel like she was on The Influencer, but I don't know. They all seem familiar after a while, so I'm just like going with it. I like the character. The friend was refreshing, dynamic, like she really did defy the traditional like K-drama stereotype of, the rich man's daughter. I really like it. She's outspoken, she's fiercely loyal, unapologetically herself. And if you guys know me, you know I love people who are unapologetically themselves. If you're a horrible person, stand 10 toes. I respect you more in it. If you're a good person, be that. If you're in the middle ground, be that. I just like people who do not apologize for being who they are. And that was what this character was. She was definitely fan favorite for me. And I didn't even know the girl was rich till like her dad, they went to her house and everything. That's how much, like, you don't even see, like, I don't know. The character just drew me in and I was there for it. The acting by Sol In-ah, she shined in this role. Honestly, she was magnificent in this role. And she managed to steal scenes, with the chemistry and what's it called? And her humor, especially when she was acting with her counterpart, the guy that she liked, So Sung-hoon, who is played by Min Kyu. And that takes us to Min Kyu, who is another person. Now I think I liked it. I really was on board for that stoic persona that he was giving us. He's Temu's assistant friend and kind of brother, and he's the strong yet silent character, providing the much needed balance, I guess, within Temu's life. So he definitely did run Temu's life for him and organize everything for him, but I think sometimes he was almost subservient to the king. I almost said king group, guys. Oh my god, now we're thinking about King the Land, to Temu's family. And there's a reason for that, obviously. But when he started a relationship, he needed to switch that focus. And it was a new relationship. I think they'd only be dating a month when they started having those problems. So time and, adjusting and talking to a lot of people kind of would help him fix that. His relationship with Young Se-jeong is more laid back, and it showcases the beauty of natural attraction. I was pissed off. Very pissed off. I understood why he did it, but I was pissed off in the beginning when he said that he was not going to be able to get to know her because of the part she played in, orchestrating the blind date swap and everything. Understand? Valid. She caused a lot of trouble for Temu, and I get it. However, when they now revealed that he thought that she was his first love, I was like, okay, you punish this girl for a month and then figure out how to change that, because why are you wasting time and sleeping on your first love? Like, why? Life is too short for all that kind of crap. So I was very angry when they revealed that he also thought that she was his first love. And I was like, why were you wasting time? Get in there, get your woman. What are you doing? It added a lot. It was beautifully done, though. It's that kind of, they're always in each other's spaces and you root for them, but it's not working out. And it's just like, I loved it. The acting from Kim Min Kyu is highly praised. He was sincere. He was grounded. It was a grounded performance. It complemented So in A's character flawlessly, and they worked perfectly together. All right, so I did check out some public reception, and it was a global hit. Obviously, it was streaming on platforms and mostly Netflix. I guess other people, yeah, the high seas, I guess. They especially love the lightheartedness and the funny situations that we get throughout this entire thing. However, some viewers felt that the plot was too predictable. I think the predictability thing should be shoved out the door because, like I said, every single K-drama is predictable. We know they end up together. That's why even when I was watching DNA Lover, I was like, okay, you guys are you're being a mess now. So get to the end where they end up together because I want to see how that comes to fruition. We know these things. So I don't think predictability should be a benchmark for reviews anymore with K-dramas is what I'm trying to say. Anywho, additionally, Temu's character could come off as one-dimensional at times, with some fans desiring more depth. Valid, flat is what I would say. Flat. Nothing against the actor, guys. I am not hating on the actor. I'm hating on the character. And I think the character was written that way, which is honestly sad. Now, the strengths for some viewers and reviewers is that many fans appreciated that they appreciated the lack of extended conflict with the series. Instead of focusing on the happy moments and playful, instead they focused on the happy moments and the playful scenes. I would say that is true until it comes out that she's dating the chairman's son. And then the viciousness comes out. The humor was particularly appreciated. Yes, they did a fantastic job with the humor, as it differed from the heavier plots that often dominated K-drama genre. That's true. They did, but again, it was set up like a comedy, so I wasn't upset. I wasn't surprised that they delivered on that. I think Koreans deliver on comedy whenever they put their mind that this is going to be a comedy. They definitely give us comedy, and I appreciate that. Weaknesses from public reviews is that the storyline was often labeled as safe and cliched. I don't know if it was safe, if I'm being honest. I think the lack of depth and the lack of chemistry between the main leads is probably what took it down a notch. For me, cliched, again, predictability. This is the same storyline we've been watching for years. So I can't really call it cliched. The show avoided risky or deeply emotional subplots, which some viewers found lacking in emotional impact compared to the other dramas in the genre. Yes, because they could have delved into that whole parents died thing a lot more and, giving us something more emotional to tie to. Even, what's his name? Song Hoon's character. They don't really explain why he grew up in basically orphanage, I think. Yeah, I think it was. They don't really explain all of that. And I feel like they could have delved into that more. But again, I think they were trying to keep it light and breezy. And I can't fault them for doing that. Now, some of my constructive criticism. I think I've been saying it. Character depth. They needed to work on the main character. Pacing issues in the later episodes. Oh, guys. After episode 8, it's like, what are we doing? It was just repetitive misunderstandings, and I was like, no, you guys need to tighten this up. You do not need 12 episodes if you don't need to use them. And then the end, that end pissed me off. Of course they ended up together, yes, but how they ended up together was like, that is it? He's away for 1 year, he comes back and he tells her, I don't like wasting my time. Doesn't even get down on his knee. Okay. The end pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. Because I was sitting there watching the bar. I was like, it's gonna finish. I was literally doing that, guys. I was like, it's ending, and that was it. It's like, you guys could have given us more now. For you to separate them for that long, the reunion, the wedding, they could have given us more. They didn't give us enough, and I was not happy about that. Then overuse of tropes. So while romantic tropes are a hallmark of K-dramas, business proposal uses them heavily, like sometimes without even subverting or adding a fresh perspective, making the story like somewhat predictable. Again, it's not because of the predictability, but it just makes it slow for me. And I think that that was kind of like a takeaway from the entire show. Final thoughts. It's lighthearted. It's a good series. It's perfect for fans looking for a comedic, low stress K drama experience. I would not personally recommend Business Proposal if I'm being honest. Or I would say watch the first 7 episodes and then skip to the last one. Because I can't in good conscience tell you to watch this when it does, there's so much lacking from it. And honestly, if your time is, precious like mine is, it would be an airplane thing. If you're on a flight for like 14 hours or something, then watch Business Proposal. Otherwise, I would say that there are other K dramas that you could easily watch from the comfort of your house. But yeah, you guys are grown adults. You do what you want to do. The chemistry between the peers, the leads, along with the lively pace and humorous setups, may be good for some people. The chemistry wasn't that great for me, but it may be some things that people, are attracted to. Like I said, I found him very immature and just whiny for the most part. And some of the things that he put her through, honestly, I thought that it wasn't the best, if I'm being honest. Although it falls short in character depth and risks relying on familiar tropes, the show's charm and appeal is in its genre are undeniable. Again, it is. It's humorous. You latch onto some of the characters that you like, So it's kind of like Watch Out Beware at this point. I could sit down and rewatch the first 7 episodes easily all over again. But if I'm being honest, I can't in good conscience recommend that you do. So it's 50-50. You do whatever you fuck you want. You're adults. Take everything that I've said from get-go to now, and you make an informed decision for yourself. Because I can't say don't watch it, but I can't recommend it either, is what I'm just trying to say. If I had to rate it, I would give it a 7, which isn't bad. Again, it isn't bad, but it isn't like a Marry My Husband that was like a 9.8, or even King the Land that was like a 9, So, yeah, you guys do what you want with that. Hopefully this review helped somebody. There's tons of spoilers in this, and I hope that doesn't bug you. Me, if I decide to watch a review, I watch it regardless of spoilers or not, and then I can still go and watch the series regardless, But yeah, I hope that doesn't deter you from watching it if you want to watch it, or I hope it helps you decide not to watch this. It is your choice. But yeah, leave your comments. Let me know. Maybe there are things that I missed. I know a lot of people love this. I know a lot of you guys loved it. So let me know. Maybe there's some things that I was missing out on. I'm not shy to go and rewatch a series. Like I said, I'm rewatching King the Land. I've rewatched what was the other one? The King, Eternal Monarch. I've rewatched that one multiple times since I saw it first. I'm not shy to rewatch stuff. It's not in my nature not to rewatch, right? So let me know in the comments. Maybe there's things that I missed. Hopefully, I don't even care if you're offended by my review. It's my opinion. But yeah, be sure to like the video, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I post new videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.